All right, your 2012 forecast model is ready to go. I've got the instructions all set up. They're all put in here telling you exactly where to go, step by step, what reports to get off of the new reporting system through MyKW. And it tells you exactly what you need on those reports, because what you're going to do is with this forecast model, since this is not the KWRI one, all we do is we just input our 2011 information. So what we did in 2011 up through the months we have transmitted. So basically right now it would be through September. And then what you can do is grab your 2010 data for those last 3 months. If you've already transmitted October, use your 2011 data for that. And if you want to grab your 2010 for the other months, you can do that. Or if you want to guesstimate a little bit, you can do that as well. Basically what you're doing is you're giving the forecast model the knowledge of how your market center runs. So then all you have to do is say, okay, I want to make this amount of money, and then it's going to say, okay, this is what you need to do then. If you put in all your information, it figures out how much money you made in 2011, and then you go into your 2012 forecast tab, and you don't have to put in any of these numbers. They will all automatically generate based off of your market center's seasonality and how you did in your previous year. You just say, okay, I want to make $125,000. It's going to say, all right, here's what you're going to need to do. And then you can look at your 2011 versus 2012. It's going to show you how much you need to increase each category by just to do that. So you can see this information all automatically generates for you. And the info for putting in the goals into KWRI is in here as well. And then it automatically generates your vital signs for the year of 2012, and that information is right here as well, so you can just print that off. And then it does show a graph as well, letting you know your company dollar 2011 versus 2012, and then your company dollar each month, and then your net owner profit total as well. And then it's got the financial statement in here. It's got all the updated accounts. So you'll go in here and you'll put in this information. And basically what it's going to do is when you're inputting this information, and then you put your expenses in here for each month, and then you go to your 2012 forecast, you say, okay, I want to make how much money you want to make, and it'll automatically figure out how much your production is going to have to be to make that kind of money. Now, if you cut your budget, it will decrease the amount of production you need because you'll need less production to make that amount of money. It will automatically accommodate for that. So I'll quickly go over the instructions on this tab. You can print this off if you want to, if that's easier, or you can just follow it, go down each step, and run those reports. So it's going to ask you to run a few reports. So go to MyKW, click on that. Click on the reports in the top right, and then on the left-hand side, click on Market Center, and you're going to need this report, your buyer-seller side. And basically why you need that is we're going to input that information into your 2011 forecast, or not forecast, but your actuals for 2011. So then it knows what percentages you do listing versus buying, and what's the seasonality on that as well. And then you're going to go in, you're going to also run that report for 2010, since we don't have our 2011 numbers for these last 3 months. Now again, if you transmitted October, you can just grab it for the last 2 months, but we want to get the 2010 info so we can at least put that in there as well, or you can do some guesstimation on your own if you want to. So you'll grab that report, and then we're going to also grab our Market Center multi-year trends report, because we need a few numbers off of that. And if you hover over any one of these categories, it tells you what report that information comes from, so you can quickly grab that information out of there. But what we need is we need to enter in what our listings were, our volume, our written contracts, our written volume, listing versus buy, our listing volume, buying volume, our paid on volume, our GCI, company dollar, our royalty, and then our expenses. So our operating expenses, our other income, it'll calculate your approved costs, enter in your owner profit and profit share, and it'll also factor in the loss carried forward for you as well. But once you put that information in from 2011 and some of those months of 2010, that gives the forecast model enough knowledge of your market center to be able to automatically kick out your 2012 numbers based on what amount of profit you want to have. So you'll run all those reports, and what you'll do is once you input all that information in here, then you're going to go to your financial statement, and then you're going to start putting in your line item budget items. How much money are you budgeting for each month? So put that information, it'll automatically calculate your totals. This will also print off as well, so do your grand total operating expenses. Then you go to your other income, enter in those categories. You can change the Market Center user defined accounts if need be. And then also your outside income goes in there, and then it'll generate your KW approved cost. And then it's also going